Yo, what's good guys, but I'm Fire here back on the video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another Madden 22 defensive scheme. You guys liked the last 2-3-5 wide one that we did, so we're going to go ahead and bring you another one. And today we're going to go into the Mike Blitz 3, something that I haven't really posted in a while. So we're going to go over that and just some new setups for you. So the first thing that we're going to do is set up some of our coaching adjustments. We're going to throw auto flip on. You can set your auto alignment to base, and then you can do whatever you want for these, but mainly we're going to go back into the zone drops, go curl flats to 25 or 30 depending on the player. I'll start out at 25. If he throws over the top of those, we'll then go to 30, make that simple adjustment. Then we'll go flats at 5. Now, once again, we're running Mike Blitz 3, so out of this 2-3-5 wide, you can definitely get a safety at here, which is going to be where you're using. And then I would recommend getting some fast linebackers if you can. Guys like Deion Jones are pretty well for that job. So that's going to be it. Once again, Mike Blitz 3. I am in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive playbook for those of you that do not know. And yeah, let's go ahead, get straight into it. I'm just gonna maybe set up a couple of audibles here so that we have some options to go to. Let's get straight into it. Now, taking a look at what we have, again, we are already base aligned since we have that auto alignment thing set up. So that's always nice to have. And so you're going to just go ahead and start your defensive adjustments by pressing here. You're going to go ahead and press. The next thing you're going to do is shade over the top. But what we're actually going to do here is spread our D-line as well. So this is going to give you the look like you're blitzing. If you don't know, the way to blitz out of this formation is just to blitz everybody like this, and then kind of snap the ball, hover around here. Now, it doesn't really work with play action, but that is the way to blitz. Again, we're not showing the blitz in this video necessarily. If you want to see how to blitz out of this, check out my Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive ebook. But we're not blitzing out of it, so I just kind of wanted to show you what the blitz does look like setup-wise, because we want this coverage to look the same as the blitz setup, actually. So we're going to spread our D-line, press, shade over the top, and now we have a couple of things. Now, the way I like to run this defense is you can do a couple of different things. Now in this scenario, what I like to do is probably man up Y on Y, and then what I'm doing is I am going to go ahead and put this A linebacker in a hard flat. This is what we're going to do to start. Double A ball on the right, and then we're actually going to put our user in a curl flat to this left side. So this is what the setup looks like. We're going to go ahead, snap the ball, and you see we can fall around routes like this, but really what we're watching with our user is the curl flat on the left side. We have to watch anything to the flats over there. Now this defense will become even better if they were on this hash mark, but it does work from both. If they were on this hash mark, for example, what you would see is you just have a little less room to cover with yourself, and then you would kind of allow the actual flat zones to kind of take care of it themselves. Now with Y, you can do a couple of different things. If you want, you could just vert hook him, you could man him up as we kind of did before, but you have a couple of different options. You can either man him up. If he's going on like a flat route, it's kind of useless to man him up. You can put him in a vert hook or even a hard flat if you want. So you have a couple of options like that, but this is really good because it just depends on the player, but a lot of players won't put flat zones in one side of the field. So if they're only putting, flat zones like on the right side of the field, or you're throwing crossing routes from left to right, what you can do is just set up something like this. And for a lot of blitzes, it's also nice to be able to do this, which I'll show a blitz out of this. I know I didn't say, right? I said we weren't showing the original one, but I will show a different blitz out of this a little bit later. But again, you do want to also have your 3-receiver hook, which we have with Grady Jarrett here. It'd be better with someone a little bit more athletic, but that is fine. And again, you're just manning up Y on Y, for example, and then putting A in a little hard flat. You have your 3-rack hook, which is going to do good at kind of defending things in the middle of the field. And then with your user, again, you're watching the flats, so we're kind of staying on this side of the field. But you see, take a look at everything on the right side, defended pretty well. The deep post is defended, the comeback route, the little over route, and then the flat. So everything really is taken away when you run this particular setup. Now, let's go into some other plays. I'll just show this Y shallow cross, for example. We'll go ahead, press here, shade over the top, spread your D-line, and then again, we put A in a hard flat, and we just go ahead and man up Y. You can leave your user in a blitz, it doesn't really matter. And again, the nice thing about this is you are still rushing 3 people. I would probably like to minimum rush 3 people on it every single time, so if you are able to, I would stick with 3. You definitely don't really want to rush 2, in my opinion. You don't have to baseline either against something like this. If you were in trips, you probably would want to baseline though. But with the wide shell cross, I see a little drag. Again, I kind of have to follow it. You see Grady Jarrett, how he's sitting on this. Get someone more athletic there. You can get outside linebackers at defensive end spots, so you can get some athletic guys there. I should be able to make the plays for you, if I had to guess. But let's actually show the blitz now. Now, the way I like to blitz is just pretty much send everybody. Now, again, the normal blitz out of this is just to spread your U-line, slant outside, and if I were to just run a play where everybody's on a route, it should get pressure. So this is kind of the standard way to run the blitz. And there you see we get pressure off the edge, off that right side. A little bit slower just because they had the tight end on the line of scrimmage, so that does kind of affect it. But if I'm blitzing out of this, what I like to do is go ahead and just blitz absolutely everybody. So we're actually going to blitz the slot corner as well. I'd probably shade underneath, go with like a hard flat, and then again, what you can do is in this position, look at the outside third over there. Maybe it's probably not best to do that, so we can cancel that, get him in a better spot, especially if he's pressing. And then all we're gonna do is kind of play the curl flat / middle assignment. So they snap the ball, you send everybody, you get pressure. This was a 6-man protection with play action, so we rushed 6 against 6, and we got really fast pressure, and play action also does change the way that they blitz, so I'll show it against the 5-man protection as well. But here you see easy disengage over there, and we actually kind of almost get 2 people free. But again, with my user, I just watch that over route, but even without it, we have kind of a safety in the area, so it would be a tough throw for a guy to make without any risk, really. So again, I'm just going to press, spread my D-line up, slant outside, and then go ahead, blitz that slot corner. Let's go back to shallow cross and show this with kind of a 5-man protection, snap the ball, kind of hover over, dual pressure, super easy. So there actually is some good slot pressure out of this formation, which a lot of people don't use or take advantage of. And you saw right there. Let's show the instant replay slightly here. Take a look at what we have, and again, you can go hard flats here, because if you do have curl flat on that right side, look at the wheel route, you could easily snap throw that. With the hard flat, he's going to come down and at least be able to make a tackle, though maybe he doesn't take it away completely. But take a look at the pressure. The way that the slot corner gets through is super clean. Both guys get through untouched, which is always nice. And again, you rush 6 against 5, you get 2 people free, so that is a deduction. And again, if they were to block 6, you should most cases be able to get pressure, at least 1 guy free. So again, fast corners, fast linebackers, and I mean, what's really open here? We take away the drag, we take it away the in route. I'm going to hard flat next play, and you'll see that the wheel route should be defended. If not, we can maybe even man him up. But I mean, overall, it's really good defense. I think you guys can see that. So again, we'll shade underneath, blitz that slot corner, and then with my user, again, I like to just hover in the same spot. And you see this play art looks the exact same as our coverage where we rushed 3 people. So the consistency is definitely there. Let's set up the same play. Snap the ball, and again, you see how my user is holding the attention of the center. This time, they actually get a nice slide protection to the left, but we actually get, I think, Dante Fowler and Deion Jones free here. That could be wrong. We get the D tackle. We get a disengage, which is not bad, but obviously you want the slot corner to get free if you can. But again, still 2 people. The slot corner and the linebacker would kind of get there at the same time anyway, so it doesn't really matter which one gets free necessarily. Sometimes your slot corner will have 99 speed though, which of course will probably be a little bit helpful. Now, as far as some of the other coverage options that you can go to, you could go to this standard one. Let's actually reset the play. But one you can go to is a simple, we're going to put Y in a hard flat. We're just going to shade over the top. So again, our cloud flats will play the same as a hard flat because we adjust our zone drops. And then we can just kind of hard flat over here, or if we wanted to, we could man up someone. So we could man up A on A or the running back. So this would be pretty good defense. You go like this. And again, with your user, you're kind of watching that deep zone. Now, in this particular scenario, I'm not expecting really much deep routes going to that right side, or that left side rather, so I can kind of roam the middle of the field, and I still do have my 3 receiver hook. So you see everything kind of bagged. We have our zone drops over there, and overall pretty much everything taken away in a pretty timely manner. So just pretty good defense if you ask me. Can't really complain too much with that. Showing that setup again, we're just going to press, spread our D line. We're just going to go ahead, put Y in a hard flat, shoot over the top, and then again with A, we can man him up. We can put him in a backside hard flat as well. So this is kind of a half double Mabel, and then with your user, of course, you kind of play that curl flat assignment. Or if we wanted to rush 4, we could just kind of rush 4 like this. And then probably what I'm doing is just watching the middle of the field, and then I'm obviously going to kind of take away any drags right here with my user, but the 4-man rush would help. And if you were to run that setup that I showed last, pretty much what's going to happen is you're going to actually use the right side of the field probably more than the left, if I had to guess, because you'll see probably more common out of this formation a drag route going from left to right than a crosser going from right to left, if I had to put money on it. So again, that setup was just A in a hard flat. We just blitzed A rather. We put Y in a hard flat, and then we just shoot over the top. So you're rushing 4 plus your user, so kind of a 4 or 5-man rush. So you're gonna get decently quick pressure. Again, that's what you got to watch the user. Little flat routes, little drags like that. I was kind of watching, but yeah, man. Overall, it's gonna do a video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.